Level 33. Map. Flu Flames locations. The library annex. Beating a curse. Rumor has it Samantha Dale is having a problem with her brother Will. The library annex. The bell tower wing. Summoner's core. Cross button. Summoner's core. Flying class lawn.
The Pink Smedleys will always look upon you as a trusted ally and friend.
Hello, Grace. What are you doing here?
Nice to see you. Thank you again for your help at the lake. I've become quite good at Summoner's Court, and I'm waiting for my next opponent. I suppose that's you.
I suppose so.
Shall we begin?
Yes.
I'm game.
Well, let's see what you're made of.
Circle Lumos. Achia Art.
What a remarkable shot! You didn't see that. Well, it appears I've been bested. Well done! Diving, Summoner's Court. Seems there's nothing you can't do.
Good game. It was a good game.
You played a good game though, Grace.
I did play rather well, didn't I? Only one student has ever beaten me. She's very good. But if you play the way you did against me, you might stand a chance.
Level. Third map. Flu Flames locations. The library annex. Beating a cross. The library annex. Level. Settings.
Oh, it's you! Samantha, is everything all right?
No, it's not. It's my brother William. The one I told you about after Charms class. He's been cursed. He ignored my warning and now he's lying in St. Mungo's looking completely pathetic. He simply never listens.
I'm sorry. How exactly has he been cursed?
Oh, you won't believe it. Truly, but his feet were turned into purple beets. You can imagine his distress. And mine. I won't even go into the attention he was getting from our garden rabbits before he admitted himself to hospital.
That's awful. That's hilarious. That's awful.
I'm so sorry. That sounds like a trying situation.
I'm glad you understand. Everyone else just laughs at me as if it's a joke. No compassion at all.
Well, it is an unusual situation. How did your brother end up like this?
It's entirely his own fault. I told him about some research I'd done recently on our ancestor Marmaduke Dale. In particular, my discovery that Marmaduke's tomb was cursed. My brother's always making fun of my discoveries. This time, he laughed in my face. Told me I'd misinterpreted my findings. As if that were possible. And to prove his point, he went right up to the entrance of the tomb and poof! His feet transfigured into beets.
He clearly needs help. He deserved it. He clearly...
How awful. I can see why you're upset. He definitely needs some help.
Exactly. He may be a cape flapper, but he's still my brother. And no one deserves such a fate to last forever, especially as the result of a single brainless mistake. Now I worry that if the curse isn't reversed, it could become permanent.
Can't the curse be broken?
Possibly. The curse stems from a crest that was stolen from Marmaduke. If the crest were returned to its rightful place upon his sarcophagus, then I believe that William's feet may be restored. You battled trolls when they attacked Hogsmeade, escaped a dragon, and I could tell by your work and charms that you're a skilled spellcaster. Returning a crest to a sarcophagus should be almost effortless for you. So, will you help us?
Of course. Where did the curse come from? Of course.
I can take the crest to Marmaduke's sarcophagus for you.
Oh, thank you! Thank you so much! You'll simply go into the tomb where Marmaduke was laid to rest and place the crest on top of his sarcophagus. According to my research, the tomb's been abandoned for centuries, so it should be a fairly simple task. You'll find it just east of the hamlet of Brockborough. Thank you for your help. My family is indebted to you.
I need to find...
Map. Flue Flames locations. World map. The Highland. South Hogwarts Valley. The Highlands. Merlin Trial. Brockborough.
What ho, Troll Slayer? Oh, my poor troll. Troll Slayer, I can't thank you enough for what you did.
I've been studying Salazar Slytherin's spellbook. Meet me in the Undercroft. I found something.
Looks rather dark in there. Never stopped me before. Revelio. Oh, my feet didn't turn into beads. That's a good start. Should have known a herbologist would use Devil's Snare. can't be serious.
Circle Lumos. Art.
A sarcophagus. This must be Marmaduke. That should reverse the curse. Hopefully. Well, Marmaduke certainly left behind more than plants.
Revelio. Revelio. Revelio.
Samantha will be glad to hear that the crest has been returned. I certainly hope it reverses the curse. Let's see what's up your sleeve this time, Merlin. Revelio.
Cross button.
Not so tricky after all, Merlin.
Map, the Highlands. Enemy Hogwarts Valley, South Hogsmeade map, Hogwarts map, Hogsmeade exit, the Astronomy Wing, the Astronomy Wing, the Astronomy Wing, in the shadow of discovery. The Astronomy Wing. The Library Annex. The Library Annex, beating up greenhouses.
I'm happy to tell you that I returned the crest to Marmaduke's sarcophagus, just as you asked.
I thought as much. I received word from St. Mungo's that my brother's feet are back to normal. No more beats. Oh, I cannot thank you enough. It wasn't too much trouble, I hope.
Nothing I couldn't handle. A troll almost killed me. Nothing.
Just a measly old troll, nothing significant.
A troll? Oh dear, I'm so sorry. That's awful. No one has been in that tomb for centuries. But I can't say I'm surprised. Marmaduke seems to have been full of surprises.
Indeed he was.
Well, I suppose I should be going. I'm anxious to see my brother, who must be elated to have his feet back.
Of course, I certainly would be.
William and I are forever in your debt. Thank you again for what you did. My brother's doing well, thanks to you. And he listens to me now.
Level. Third map, quests. Or, Professor Hoween's assignment. I need to rescue a Diricol and a giant purple toad with my knapsack. Cross button. Untrack quest. Triangle button. Locate on map. Circle button. Back. In the shadow of discovery, Professor Hoween's assignment. I need to rescue a Diricol and a giant purple toad with my knapsack. Acquire a Diricol with the knapsack. Rewards. Bombarda. Cross button. Untrack quest. Triangle button. Locate on map. Circle button. Level. Collections.
Relief to finally have an answer as to why that portrait was empty.
Map. Blue Flames location. The Astronomy World map. Forbidden Hogwarts Valley. Enemy level. Diricol Den. Feld West Hogwarts Valley. Circle but Lumos. Utility net R2 button. Hold to assign. Triangle button. R2. Cross. Map, the Highlands. Hogwarts. Circle, Lumos. Try, art.
I should investigate. Assignment's all finished. Potato! Stupid!
Circle, Lumos. Triangle, but R2.
Springboard! Rebellion. Arresting momentum. Leviosa. Arresting momentum. Settle yourself. I mean you no harm. Revelio.
Map, the Highlands. Hogwarts map. Floof, Hogsmeade map. Exit, Professor Hoween's assignment. Exit. Professor Hoween. Triangle, Hogwarts. Beasts classroom.
Excellent work today. Class dismissed. I take it you're ready to
I completed your assignment, Professor. I'm ready to learn Bombarda now.
Good. Now, this spell comes with a caveat. It should only be used when necessary. The exploding charm, as you might suspect, can hurt people. Use caution when casting it.
Of course, is this an appropriate spell for students? Of course.
I will, Professor.
I will hold you to that promise. Now, you must be precise in your wand movements. We don't want you blowing your hand off. Go ahead. Nice and steady wand movements. Remember, the exploding charm is highly volatile. Well done. Now, let us put it into practice, shall we?
Circle, Lumos. Try,
Quiet on the pumpkin. Excellent wand work. Cast the spell just like that every time. Assured and
Professor, might I have a moment?
Yes. What is it?
Why are you interested? Never mind. Why are you?
I was wondering, what inspired your interest in magical beasts?
Are you considering some sort of profession in the field?
Possibly. I am not. Possibly.
I haven't decided quite yet, but I do find magical beasts fascinating.
You do seem to engage well with the beasts in class. I believe that when choosing a path, particularly of a scholarly nature, one must take into account both one's enthusiasm for a particular subject, as well as how one may best serve the students to whom one is obligated to both inspire and teach.
Of course, Professor. When did your path become clear?
I recall it quite vividly. It was the summer between my 6th and 7th years. I read in the Prophet about a wizard who'd been selling alchemy eggs and disappeared in the mountains near my home. I knew of the alchemy, of course, from my studies, but they are native to lands east of here, such as India. I wondered if it was possible that an alchemy could be so nearby. Hence, I went to find it.
Finding an alchemy sounds challenging. What is an alchemy? Finding an alchemy sounds what is
What type of beast is an alchemy?
It is a spectacular beast. A feathered, winged serpent-like creature that can grow or shrink to fit a particular space. Its eggs are made of pure silver, hence the desire to trade in them.
Finding an alchemy sound
Seems quite a challenge, finding an alchemy in the mountains.
It was. After a few days, during which my parents grew increasingly annoyed at my absence, I found what little remained of the wizard egg trader. He was near a tree hollow, and there, inside, was a nest with 7 silver alchemy eggs.
What did you do with them?
Nothing. Beasts are to be valued for what they can provide for wizard kind. Protective clothing, potion ingredients, even wand cores. Only poachers see the value in ending a beast's life for galleons. I left the eggs alone. I hid, and moments later, the beast flew right over my head. Breathtaking. She then seemed to all but disappear as she shrunk to fit into the hollow.
That sounds incredible.
Indeed. I knew in that moment that I needed to understand all that I could about beasts and ensure that wizard kind learned to benefit properly from them. Now, I trust that I have answered your question. You would do well to continue your study of beasts, regardless of your chosen path. Beasts and all that they provide will vastly improve your life, and perhaps one day even save it.
I shall remember that, Professor. Thank you.
The exploding charm, Bombarda, is a heavy damage spell that causes an explosive blast in a large area. Level 33 quests. Quests. All in the shadow of cross button. Level collections. Circle Lumos. Utility Depulso. Accio. R2.
I can't believe we found ourselves trapped in that scriptorium.
Revelio.
Never again.
You'll never believe what I've learned.
What did you discover in the spellbook we found in the scriptorium?
Salazar Slytherin's spellbook was a little difficult to interpret, but fascinating. Evidently, he encouraged teaching dark magic at Hogwarts. Neither the Imperious Curse nor the Killing Curse was unforgivable during his time. He believed students should be prepared to use dark magic when necessary, not to fear it. That's why we had to use Crucio to gain access to the scriptorium. He didn't want his knowledge shared with anyone who was afraid of the power of dark magic.
I regret using iCrucio. I agree, we did what we had to. I regret using iCrucio/I.
I know we had to do it to open the scriptorium, but it's not something I'd want to repeat.
And I'm glad we did it, because in the spellbook I also found something else. References to a lost relic, which, from what I can tell, grants the holder the power to reverse dark magic curses.
And you think this relic might be able to save Anne?
Precisely. I plan to search for this relic, but I don't think we should tell anyone. Especially Ominous. He wouldn't understand.
I won't say. We should tell Ominous.
We need to tell him. He's the reason we found the book, and he deserves to know what you've learned.
You've seen how he frets about the dark arts. I promise I'll tell him when I found the relic. When I know more, I shall send an owl. And don't feel sorry for Ominous. Keeping this to ourselves for now is for his own good.
I'll decide what's for my own good.
Ominous, we were just about to get some air. Care to join?
You're a liar, Sebastian. I heard everything. You swore you'd never engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
No, I didn't. I said I understood you wanting that. I'd never swear to give up on finding a cure for Anne.
You don't know when to stop, do you?
I know when not to stop. Leave this alone, Ominous. I'll be on my way.
I am not letting this go.
Ominous, Sebastian meant well.
I appreciate you telling Sebastian not to keep this from me, but going after that relic is not a good idea. Sebastian doesn't even realize it, but he's as irresponsible and reckless now as his parents were years ago. It's why they died.
Such a tragic loss. What happened to Sebastian's parents?
I knew his parents died, but I never heard what happened.
Mr. and Mrs. Sallow were professors. Spent nearly every waking moment in the cellar library. Noses buried in books. Anne and Sebastian were upstairs when it happened. They heard a sudden crash and ran downstairs, but it was too late. Their parents had crumpled to the floor. A defect with the lamp in the cellar caused the room to fill with an undetectable toxin. Sebastian and Anne were helpless. They had no magic yet.
What a horrible story.
It is. That's why I can't understand Sebastian's recklessness. I've practically lost Anne. I cannot lose Sebastian too. Please avoid anything to do with that spellbook.
The spellbook is giving Sebastian hope. The spellbook is concerning. The spellbook is giving Sebastian hope.
Those references in the book seem promising.
Everything to do with Salazar Slytherin seems promising until it's too late. I hope Sebastian pursues this no further, but if you think he might, please let me know. It would mean a lot.
Map. Flue Flames locations. World map. Hogsmeade map. Hogsmeade. World map. Gladrags. Tangled web. The Three Brew. South Hogsmeade.
Off on another adventure, are we?
reasons, but breaking into Alfred Lawley's home wasn't the brightest idea.
Oh, I do hope Mary and her neighbours...
Excuse me, sir. Are you all right?
Just barely. But I don't want to trouble a student with my woes.
I am indeed a student, but I could very well be able to help you.
I'm not so sure. Name's Crispin Dunn, by the way. I trade in the surrounding hamlets. Do the most business in Arranshire. A lovely little hamlet. Just stunning gardens. Just the other day, the Daily Prophet ran an article on its scenic hedgerows. Actually, before I go on, I should ask. Are you afraid of spiders?
Spiders don't bother. I'm terrified.
Spiders don't bother me at all. You'd be impressed by how many I've dispatched lately.
Lucky you. The hamlet's overrun with the vile things, and they're acting abnormally aggressively. I'm concerned about my customers, of course, but it appears that most of the hamlet's residents fled to safety. It's my friend Mary I worry about. I haven't heard from her, and I fear she's trapped in her cottage.
Understandable. But why don't you check on her yourself?
I would, but I have a crippling fear of the eight-legged beasts, which I, unlike you, seem incapable of conquering. I don't know what to do. Can you think of anyone who can help Mary?
I'll see what I can do. Why have spiders taken over the hamlet?
Why are there so many spiders in Arranshire all of a sudden?
I honestly don't know. I've never seen so many spiders in all of my life. It's almost as if someone's breeding them. They've trapped the entire hamlet in webs. I was lucky to escape it all. Mary always has a way with these beasts. It's very concerning not to hear from her.
Why are you so terrified of spiders?
Why is it you can't conquer your fear of spiders?
When I was a small child, I was being tormented and chased by a group of local bullies and slid into the hollow of a tree to hide. Within moments, spiders were crawling over every inch of my body. Seemed I'd stumbled on a nest. I couldn't move, paralysed by fear of the spiders and an equally profound fear of the wizards I knew were just outside the tree. I was there for what seemed hours. I can feel their legs on me now just talking about it. Ugh.
Why didn't you contact the authorities?
Why didn't you ask the ministry for help?
I did. Reached out to anyone who would listen. Tried Minister Spout old Spavin himself. But evidently they have their hands full with who knows what else. It seems this little hamlet has to fend for itself.
I'll try my very best, Mr. Dunn.
Please do. If you can think of anyone that may be brave enough to help, I'd appreciate it. Thank you. They'll find Arranshire southeast of Hogsmeade, just below the train station.
Cross button. Cross button. Felix Felici. Cross button. Felix Felici. Level. Gear. 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 Neck whip. Flying mount. Flying mounts. Circle but Caligo. It. Sepulchria. Flying mounts. Level. 33. Cross button.
Ah, there you are. Let's go! What say we pick up the pace a bit? This must be Arranshire. I'd best keep an eye out for spiders. Seems a pleasant enough little place. Accio! Leviosa! Ringo! Stupefy! Leviosa! Bombada! Ringo! Stupefy!
Circle Lumos. Utility.
Leviosa! Tendo! Surely that's the last of them. Revelio.
Due to the plague of spiders, I have decided to temporarily leave my home. Again, this is only a temporary arrangement. I'll be back once everything has been cleared up, and I expect my house to be exactly as I left it. No spiders. No vagrants. No arguments.
Revelio.
I've changed my mind. I'm moving to the city. I've had enough of country living. I'm going to where there's no chance I will ever encounter another spider, even the wee ones. My cottage is available to any and all who don't mind living under the specter of another spider attack. Take it all.
Revelio.
The absconderers! Sebastian! Pleasure to see you again. Can't tell you how happy my lord was.
To whomever finds this letter, heed the beseeching of a desperate few. We're stranded atop a roof in Arranshire by a flood of huge and horrible spiders. We have no wants nor other means of escape. There are only a few of us left. Blinking Manuel tried to swing for safety through the trees. 2 of the 8-legged brutes caught him in midair. Before they touched ground again, he was cleanly separated. His vocal cords were intact, however, based on the bellow he made as they swallowed him. Fighting Bill Stacy finally had enough after a few days and thought he could blast his way through. He was the only one what managed to hold on to his wand. He barely made it 10 paces before they swarmed him. I doubt we'll ever find enough of him to bury. Condolences to his family in Dover. Poor Rhoda Tompkins was the latest victim, but certainly not the last. They dragged her off as we slept. I fear that will be the way of things now, as no one else dares make a run for it. The one bit of luck since those spiders appeared is that I managed to charm an owl and attach this message to it. If the old bird can make it past this arachnid pandemonium, then perhaps we have a chance of seeing out the week. All that's left to do is hope and stay awake. Right, Stick?
Revelio.
My dear one, you asked about what happened in Arranshire, so I shall tell you. All of it. When the spiders came out of the ground, it was like a great rushing tide. Most of us had no time to react. I and a few others took to a roof, without having time to take hold of our wands. We were stranded up there for what seemed an eternity. Sometimes we could scare them off. Sometimes. Those eyes. Lifeless, evil eyes. 8 of them. When they're towering over you, all you see is your own fear multiplied 8 times. That and their fangs, shiny with venom. One by one the spiders picked us off. The victims' screams were awful. Pierced my soul like a blade, hearing my neighbors coming to such a gruesome end. Not dissimilar to a dementor's kiss, I would imagine. The silence was a relief. We wished them a quick death, and for ourselves too, if it came to it. Especially then. Finally, a witch flew by low in the air and spotted us, stranded. By then all that was left was me and Dog's body Pete. Anyway, we survived. But sometimes we wish we hadn't. I shall be haunted forever. Right, Stick?
Revelio. Bombarda! Oh no, this must be Mary. Poor woman.
I have delivered the spider venom as requested. Prompt payment is now due. The new cluster of spiderlings in my cellar workshop have almost hatched. I can provide more venom soon once, of course, I have been compensated for the last delivery. Mary Portman. Circle but...
If Mary was breeding these things in her cellar, that means there are more underground. I'll need to destroy every last spider in that cellar if this is to end.
Circle Lumos. Triangle R2.
This is where Mary bred the spiders. They're not here now. Confringo! Well, this isn't a good sign. These spiders have gone somewhere. A ladder. I'm not sure I want to know where this leads. I'd best be ready for whatever I may find down there. Hexax. I need to find and destroy all of these before the situation gets even worse. Confringo! That's one Hexax destroyed. I should get the rest. Heads must be destroyed. Revelio. Confringo. I hate to think that they see me, but I don't see them. That's the last of the spider sacks.
I finally found the perfect place to breed my spider colony, and it was quite literally under my nose the whole time, my cellar. Why didn't I think of this before? Why hasn't anyone, for that matter? My spiders are growing big and strong, and the silk they produce will make me a fortune. I'll have wealth at last. No more scrimping on frocks when I'm in town. It will be marvelous. Circle but
I suppose I know what happened to Mary Portman now. She was breeding the spiders. I hope that's the last spider. Not my fault you're a deadly great spider. Confringo! Revelio! No, wait, that's the last one. And she's angry. I'll be having nightmares for the rest of my life after that. Rebellion.
Cross.
Revelio.
Folks still talk about you taking down that troll in the village circle. You certainly made an impression.
Mr. Dunn, I have some news.
Thank Merlin. About my sweet friend Mary.
She was an innocent victim. She was the victim of her own greed.
It seems poor Mary was breeding spiders in her home for profit and vastly underestimated their propensity to multiply.
Oh, Mary. What untoward scheme were you involved in? If she needed financial assistance, she could have just come to me. She didn't deserve this. Few do.
I am sorry about your friend, but you'll be relieved to know that I cleared out the spiders. It's safe to return now.
You? You cleared out the spiders? I can't believe it, but I'm certainly relieved. I imagine the first order of business will be to help the amulet rebuild. I suppose I have nothing to fear from dead spiders.
Indeed you don't. It's not a pretty sight. Indeed you...
That's the spirit. I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you again for all you've done. I shall keep you apprised of the hamlet's rebuilding.
Glad I could be of help, and I look forward to visiting your shop the next time I'm in Arranshire.
To dearly departed Mary.
Alfred Lawley's not too pleased. Seems he's been burgled. I shall pretend I never heard the rumours of your involvement.
Map, Hogsmeade. Collection chests. Hog World Map. The Highlands. Hogs, Kitapon, Forbidden, Fire and Vice. Poppy is waiting in the air, triangle button. Forbidden Forest, West Forbidden Forest. Enemy level. 20 to 40. Astronomy, West Forbidden Forest. Cross button.
How about some sightseeing?
I didn't always like a polite battle. What's that?
Stop that! Strike the moon!
Nothing.
Your poaching days are over.
Cross button.
Time for a jaunt, I'd say. No need to race now, my friend.
Circle but Lumos. Try it.
Pay for your deeds. I've seen better. This is your first duel. Might want to look. Protego! Perhaps you ought to give up. Incendio!
And no one to share in my victory.
Cross button.
Ah, there you are. I should dismount here. Highwing's fine. I'm keeping an eye on her. She's safe, Poppy, I promise.
Good. Whatever the poachers are up to, I want Highwing far from it.
You said you had news about the poachers, and that some of it had to do with me.
It did. I overheard them talking in the Hogshead, and did you know that they have orders from Victor Rookwood to capture you on sight? Does this have anything to do with Rookwood and Harlow coming for you in the Three Broomsticks after the troll attack?
It does, somewhat. But at the moment, I'm more concerned about what else you heard the poachers are up to.
Fair enough. But I hope you'll let me know if I can be of help, especially after what you did for Highwing. Does the name Horntail Hall mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not. Why? What is it?
The poachers' best kept secret, apparently. The name came up twice, but they never went into detail. I also overheard one of them bragging about all the gold they're making, at the expense of innocent creatures, undoubtedly. The poachers spoke of this area, and I thought if we searched around a bit, it might give us clues as to what they're doing. If you ever meet my gran, this trip never happened.
Your secret safe with me. That sounds suspicious. Your secret safe.
Not to worry, Poppy. If I ever meet your gran, I shall not speak a word of this.
I normally tell her everything. She might be my best friend after Highwing, but she knows how I feel about the poachers. I think she worries I'll do something ill-advised.
Whatever gave her that idea?
This way.
Level 34. Circle button. Back. Square button. Enter photo mode.
A centaur. Tread carefully.
An entire castle to roam, yet you choose to wander here.
Please, we don't want any trouble. We're simply passing through.
Do you take us for fools? That we do not notice more and more of your kind around here, in league with the poachers?
We aren't involved with them. If anything, we want to see them stopped.
I hope for your sake that is true. Our kind is swiftly losing patience with the poachers and those they work with.
He was certainly a charmer.
That could have gone worse. Centaurs aren't exactly fans of wizard kind, and the poachers aren't helping matters.
But why would he think that we had anything to do with poachers?
I did notice the poachers talking with a few villagers in Hogsmeade. I'm not sure why. Perhaps that's why the centaurs are suspicious. That's the third time I've seen a dugbog behave that violently.
It seems that a lot of beasts have been more aggressive than usual lately.
I've noticed that too. It's almost like there's something in the water. This is odd.
What is it?
Not entirely sure, but look around. If the poachers were here, perhaps we can find out why.
Revelio. Why wouldn't they take their cages with them when they left? Still smoking. They can't have been gone long. Pelts. Poor beasts. This is goblin metal. Seems out of place in a poacher camp. I should tell Poppy about it.
Anything interesting?
Poachers were here, all sorts of evidence. But I found something else. It's goblin-made.
I found goblin armor. Let's keep searching, but carefully. Merlin only knows what's going on here. I don't have a good feeling about this. How do goblin and poacher interests align?
Look, down there.
Definitely poachers. No creatures, though. So what are they doing out here?
Let's take a closer look.
They won't be happy to see us. Should we use disillusionment? Or perhaps a less discreet approach?
Hard to say from up here. Let's get a better lay of the land.
They know the lies and false.
Rookwoods don't go down easy. You will not survive this fight.
Merlin, you'd think they were guarding the Minister for Magic himself. What is going on here?
Only one way to find out.
Level 34. Circle button. Back. Square button. Enter photo mode. Your gear slots are full. Complete Merlin trial challenges to increase your gear slot level, setting, challenges, quest, defeat 30 goblins, defeat 100 goblins, defeat 20 dugbots, defeat 40, defeat 70, defeat 100 spiders, defeat 20 mongrel, complete 32 dueling feats. Exploration, solve 10 Merlin trials, complete 6 landing, complete 8, solve, view constellations, solve 1 Hogwarts secret. 0 out of 1, complete 8 landing collect all traces from 12 ancient quests. Room of field guide pages. Level, all post. Your gear slots are full. Complete Merlin trial challenges to increase your gear slot capacity or sell excess gear at vendors.
What in Merlin's name? Are those dragons? It's a dragon fighting ring. This is Hauntel Hall.
The name makes sense now. And the secrecy.
No wonder the poachers were in Hogsmeade so much. Likely taking bets and spreading the word, given how crowded it is here. How could they possibly enjoy this? The centaurs have every right to be disgusted with wizard kind. There must be more dragons here. The poachers are far too greedy to run a fighting ring with only 2 dragons. We should take advantage of most eyes being on the fight and look around. But be discreet. You especially can't afford to be spotted.
Then I walk into a sinking struggle bar. But this'll put... Have you heard from your family? Has either of your brothers come round to our way of thinking?
Where did it go?
Your gear slots are full. Complete Merlin trial challenges to increase your gear slot capacity or sell excess gear at vendors.
Did you hear those goblins? Ramrock and the poachers must be working together.
Poppy, something's going on behind you.
What's going on down there? They must have only just captured her. She's putting up quite the fight.
Not a fair one, though. Not with her chained up like that.
Let's even her up, shall we? Look, they've got a dragon egg. Hebridean from the looks of it. We can't leave it here, not with the plans they likely have for it.
Left stick. Move green spark. Right stick. Move red spark. Circle button. Back.
All right, I have the egg.
Ready. The elements of surprise will only buy us a few seconds.
Let's make them count.
Circle Lumos. Try dissolution.
Careful! Ramrock will want his dragon intact! Don't think you'll get it out here!
Circle Lumos. Util Accio.
Back to that dirt.
You're the one we're looking for, ain't you? Poor friend.
Visit the collections menu to learn about enemy abilities and weaknesses.
We don't have time. We need to free her now before more show up.
Circle but Lumos. Try it.
This may have been a bad idea.
I suppose we'll find out. Hebridean black.
I'm guessing the egg we have belongs to that dragon.
I don't think she knew they had her egg. She wouldn't have left without it.
What now? She didn't exactly leave us a calling card.
I don't know. Nothing about this day was expected. Not the goblins, and definitely not the fighting ring. The last thing I planned on was a dragon egg. And the poachers saw us, which cannot be good.
Let's get out of here. What should we do with the egg? Do you think the poachers will retaliate? What should we do with the egg?
Since the dragon we freed flew off, does that mean we get to keep the egg?
I'd much rather we have it than the poachers, at least for now. But I don't think we should keep it indefinitely. It'll be hard hiding something like this from Professor Weasley for long.
Let's get out of here.
We aren't helping ourselves standing here. Let's get to safety. We can sort this out later.
You're right. If there's anything the poachers are good at, it's tracking their prey. And right now, we're it. Be careful, won't you? I shall see you back at the castle.
Crossbutt.
It's time you learned the transformation spell. After you've completed the required tasks, which are
Button.
useful in finishing your field guide, attend my class to learn the new spell. Afterwards, we will discuss your progress thus far in the term.
Level 34. Quests. All. Professor Weasley's assignment. I need to find the field guide page for the book Intermediate Transfiguration in the library, as well as the field guide page about the underground harbor. The man behind them, full of Professor Weasley's assignment. Full of the dead. Talk to Deke in the room of requirement. Level 34. Circle button. Settings. Save game. Empty. Exploring. Exploring. Save complete.